Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Karina, and I am currently 35 weeks and Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 5 days pregnant um, with a little boy. So, anyways, I wanted to come on and first off, Happy Valentine's Day. You guys might be seeing this just like the night before. You might be seeing this the day of. But either way, either Happy Early Valentine's Day or Happy Valentine's Day. So, and by we, I mean me, I had my 35-week checkup on Monday, and I think we told you guys in the last video, we might not have, but I'll go ahead and say it again just in case. We are now seeing the doctor every week, starting at 34 weeks. So, we went in Monday, and I had to do my strep B test, strep group B, something like that. So we did that, and I was a little nervous that, not that it was gonna hurt, but I didn't know how, like, awkward and uncomfortable it was gonna be, and it really wasn't that bad. So if you guys are pregnant and, like, getting close to that, it's not that bad. Unfortunately, my doctor wasn't in. I could have waited on him, or I could have just saw the nurse practitioner, which is what I opted for because I hate being that person that's like, no, I really want to wait on my doctor, not knowing how long he was going to be, because I think he was getting back or getting done with emergency C-section or delivery or something like that, I think. So I was just like, I like everybody in that building, so I was like, I don't care to see the nurse practitioner, that's fine. So she came in and she talked to me for a minute, and she did a really thorough ultrasound, and I will put that in at the end. You can actually see TJ sucking on his fingers and stuff. It was really cool. So she did that. She did that after she did everything else. But she did my strep B test, and we'll find out on Monday if it was negative or positive. And she asked if I had been having any contractions, and I told her yes, because I have been. Obviously, all Braxton Hicks contractions. So I thought, because she went ahead and checked to see if I was dilating, and according to her, I was almost a 3. So we were excited and nervous all at the same time, because we were not expecting that. I kind of thought maybe I would be a 1, and then she said 3. So she did say that I could sit at a 3 for a while. She didn't really seem too optimistic that I was gonna make it to the 40 weeks, especially when she measured him, and he's already a little over 6.5 pounds. Last Monday, he was 5 pounds 5 ounces, and I was 129 pounds, and then in a week I gained 3.5 pounds, so I'm 132.5 now. So yeah, so we're excited to go back in on Monday to see, you know, what Dr. Harnsberger says, if there's been any progression, or if I'm still the same, or, you know, just to see what he says. But, sorry guys, my arms are getting tired, so I'm switching a lot. So anyways, yeah, we're excited. We know that I could sit at a 3 for a while, or it could come any day, so that's got us both a little anxious. I have been having some more contractions. I don't I assume the majority of them are Braxton Hicks contractions, but they are, so like before they would start off like just as my stomach tightening, like they didn't hurt at all. And then they got to where they would start off at nothing, and then kind of as the contraction went through, it would hurt a little bit, like a 1 on a scale of like 1 to 10. Now they start off at like a 2 or a 2.5. I have a decently high pain tolerance, you guys, so they could be more painful to other people. To me, they're just not that bad. They are starting to get to where, though, they will kind of start off at, let's just say they start off at a 2.5, and they'll go, and then it'll peak up to like a 3 or a 3.5 or something like that, and then it'll stay like that for a little bit, and then it'll drop back down to like the 2 or the 2.5, and then it'll kind of die off from there. And they are kind of starting to radiate like into my back, and I will say when it does go into my back, those hurt more like a 5. That gets quite painful. It doesn't help that I already have a bulging disc. It's between my L4 and L5 lumbar. I do have, it's not always bulging, but I do have a disc problem, and sometimes it bulges, so that doesn't help anything, so that could be contributing to why it hurts a little more. But yeah, though, when it does that, it does hurt a little more. As you guys can tell, I didn't put any makeup on, sorry, but my face is starting to break out. That's gotta be a hormone thing, because I haven't really had any issues with my face breaking out throughout the pregnancy, except for now. And then Saturday, my mother-in-law and Tyler's side of the family threw us a baby shower. And we had a couple maternity pictures done, and I don't have those back to show you guys. But Tyler's dad just took some for us, because I didn't want anything fancy, and I didn't really want to pay somebody like $200-300 to just take a couple for me, because a couple people that I did talk to, they were like, oh, you know, it's like an hour session and 3 outfit changes, and it's gonna be like $250 or, you know, something crazy like that. And I was like, but I just want one outfit in like 20 minutes. And they were like, well, we can do that, but we're still gonna have to charge you the, you know, package price. And I was like, okay, no thanks. So we just, his dad does pictures, so we just asked him if he would take a few for us, and he said, of course, that he would. But, oh, that's where I was going with that. So, TMI, I didn't wear a bra. I just wore some of those, like, sticky boob pad things. And when I got home and I was changing and I took everything off, I just kind of looked in the mirror, and I swear, while I was at the baby shower, my boobs got bigger. Like it happened that fast. And then Monday when we woke up and I was getting ready and I was getting dressed, Tyler and I looked in the mirror, and then Tyler came walking through the door because he went to take a shower. I don't think I did. Or maybe I did and I just beat him in here. Anyways, I was in here getting dressed, and he came walking in. And I was looking in the mirror, and we just looked at each other, and he goes, I swear your belly got bigger overnight. And I was like, I was just thinking the same thing. Like, it did. Like, it, no joke, like, grew overnight. But good news is, I'm gonna get up and see if I can come over here and show you guys a little bit. So typically, this is the bottom of my ribs right here. And typically his butt is like all up in my ribs, but now his butt is here. So I feel like he has dropped some. Oh, and that's another thing that the nurse practitioner did say was when she checked me, like she was like, oh, his head's like right there, like I can feel his head. So he is low, or at least lower, but and then yeah, like I said, his butt being here instead of like up in here has led me to believe that maybe he's dropped some. But it's exciting because now my ribs don't hurt quite as bad. Like I was getting like this weird numbing feeling in my ribs, and I don't get that. And it's quite a bit easier to like get up in the middle of the night when I have to get up and pee, because now I have to go pee almost every hour. It's typically no more than 2 hours, except for I will usually get up somewhere between 4 and 6 in the morning, and I'll go pee. And then from that period until like 9, somewhere between 8 and 10 o'clock, I usually don't have to get up and go to the bathroom again. So that's like my longest stretch of like sleep that I get. But oddly enough, I have had quite a bit of energy. I haven't slept bad the last, few nights since Monday, really. I think Monday night might have been, or maybe Sunday night was pretty rough, but like Monday, Tuesday, and then today, like I've had like a lot of energy, but I'm like completely out of stuff to do because we finished painting our living room and the ceiling. Well, I still have to do the trim, but we don't have the stuff to do the trim. We don't have the trim, we don't have the paint, so I can't do that yet. And I can't work on the nursery because we still don't have that wall up. But everything else, like our room set up for him and the kitchen set up for him. I've washed all of his clothes and put them away, and I've washed all of his bottles and pacifiers and put them like where I want them, and our bags are packed for the hospital and his bag's packed for the hospital. I do Friday, I think me, my little sister, and my mom Friday are gonna go to Walmart because I have to get a couple things for him. I have to get a little bathtub. I'm going to go ahead. There's a couple lotions and body washes that I want. One of them's like a Vicks Vapor bath wash that I want to get for him. And then the other one's like a calming lavender one. And I want to go ahead and get gripe water and probably, if not both, at least one, either infant Tylenol or infant ibuprofen, and a humidifier. I'm trying to think if that was everything or if there was something else. I think that was everything. But there's just, I want to get a new headrest for his car seat because the one that it came with is just real like flimsy and it doesn't have a lot of cushion to it. And we are planning on going to Florida this summer in June, so he'll only be like 3, maybe pushing 4 months depending on when he's born. No, we're going at the beginning of July. Sorry, my bad. The first 2 weeks of July is when we're going. But anyways, we're not going to take the Grow With Me car seat because I think having the option to just pull up the car seat out of the base and like strap it in the stroller and just go, or just grabbing the car seat and going up into the house rather than taking him out and like, because he's still going to be so little and his head and stuff and like back support still not going to be super great. Like I know at that point they're starting to get pretty decent at holding their head up on their own, but I don't know, I just feel like still having the car seat with the base for like as much on the go and like walks that we like to take and everything like that, I just feel like having the car seat with the base is just going to be a lot easier for this for this trip, especially since we're going for 2 weeks. But anyways, I want to get a new headrest for that. And yeah, I think that's all I have to pick up for him. And then my dad's gonna come down soon. It depends if we start talking about if he wants to induce me and we start talking about like an induction date, then my dad will probably get to be here for the birth. And if not, he'll probably come down that next week, or yeah, it'll probably have to be that next week, because he'll have to work a week and then, let his boss know, like, hey, I'm leaving next week to go visit my daughter and my grandson. This is the first grandbaby, so this is her first kid. So we're not really sure when he's going to be here, but he wants to take us shopping while he's here and get him like a swing and whatever diapers and stuff that we still need. So that's exciting. So yeah, lots of exciting stuff happening. I'm sure you guys can probably tell from like the last couple of videos to this one just how much more energy I have. I have not had to take a nap in 3 days, you guys. Like, don't get me wrong, I did lay down earlier and like I just kind of laid there with my eyes closed, for about 30 minutes, and I was like, if I happen to fall asleep, then I fall asleep. And Tyler knew to wake me up before he went to go get ready for work, because I did want to go to my mom's. And I didn't. I just kind of laid there and relaxed, and then I was back up and helping my little sister study for a test tomorrow, and just getting I have like a load of laundry, so I was kind of going around collecting like just dirty clothes, like from the bathroom and, off the bedroom floor and stuff. And I was just like, I have nothing to do and I have all this energy. So yeah, if anyone needs their house cleaned or, something, let me know, because I'm bored. But I will show you guys the belly here in just a second. And I think that's all I have for you. That's, I just found a place to like set my phone, and I wish I would have thought of this like a few minutes ago instead of holding it, because now my arms hurt. Trying to think if I have any more symptoms. My knees hurt really bad at night, so it's kind of a blessing that I have to get up every like hour to 2 hours to use the bathroom, because it gives me an opportunity to just go ahead and get up and stretch my legs for a few minutes. And I have this restless leg syndrome, but it's only in the right leg and it's only in the foot, and it only happens like about this time at night, when I would typically be in the bed trying to settle down, get ready for sleep, and then as I'm trying to fall asleep. Last night I actually took some Tylenol to see if it would help, and I think it did. It got better, and it finally stopped, and I ended up falling asleep, and it stopped in the amount of time that I felt like the Tylenol should have been kicking in. So I'm going to say that it worked, and I'll probably go ahead when Tyler calls me and lets me know that he's on his way home from work. I'll probably go ahead and take another one. And I only took one, just to see if it happens again tonight or not. And in case you guys were kind of curious about what, I forgot I had a lamp there. Ooh, I don't look good. In case you guys were maybe kind of curious about if me and Tyler had a plan for like paternity leave, so him taking off work and leaving, we're not doing that. We do kind of haven't planned. So the plan is he's going to take the first week off completely from work. And then for the next 2 weeks after that, he's going to take Monday through Thursday off, but then he's going to work Friday, Saturday, and Sundays because he does bartend, and he bartends in a pretty nice restaurant that's inside of a hotel. And by that point, well, I say by that point, potentially by that point, they will be in their peak season because we live in the greater Chattanooga area. So we get a lot of tourists that come. So the peak season for Chattanooga and hotels and restaurants and like the downtown Chattanooga area is March through like September, October, probably the end of October. So those weekend shifts should be pretty decent money. So that way he still gets like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. He still gets 4.5 solid days off to be with me and TJ. But then he still gets to also make some money and potentially some pretty good money. My cats are crying because they want in the bedroom. So that's kind of what our plan is from there, and he's already talked to his boss, and his boss kind of, was like, yeah, that's fine. As soon as she goes into labor, let us know so that way we can, obviously find somebody to cover your shifts, and then shoot me an email again with what this plan was that we just talked about, so that way I don't forget, and I'll make sure it happens. So he's already kind of found a couple people who are willing, if they're not already working that day, to pick up his shift when I go into labor, or like those shifts for that week when I go into labor, which is super, super nice of people, especially with him have only been working there for a little over a month now. He gets along good with everyone. But anyways, okay, so this video is already like 22 minutes long, so I'm ending it here. We go back to the doctor on Monday. I will definitely keep you guys updated. Oh yeah, one last thing. I think I have started losing my mucus plug. So that's great. TMI. Sorry. But, okay, ending it here. Like I said, we will go back to the doctor on Monday as long as I don't go into labor before then, and I don't think that I will, but you never know. So we will let you know what they say on Monday. And yeah, so you guys, happy Valentine's Day and have a great night, and mwah, bye! Okay, I did tell you guys I would show you the belly. So this is the belly with the shirt, and if we lift the shirt up, that's it. It's bigger than everyone ends up thinking that it is.
All right. His head down, like of course I could feel his head. Pretty good. Do you get short of breath at all when you lay on your back?
No. Actually, it's weird because it's usually like on my left side. Sometimes that will make my heart race and leave me short of breath.
He's put his fingers in his mouth.
Sure enough.
Aww. You can see it a little bit better from the side view, but he just turned his head toward us. Just
it's gonna be a thumb sucker like Mom, I bet.
All right. Oh, there he goes again. Let's see if we can watch him here for a second. His little profile looks distorted because he's got his little fingers. Here's his fingers right here, and that's in his mouth. Well, he's got it stopped. All right, let's keep moving. I'm going to do his measurements here. That sounds good. 134. Okay, that's good.
Now, do you get to deliver sweet little babies?
No, I don't typically deliver babies. No. I stay at home in the middle of the night when babies come.
And you just peek at them when they come
That's
in with their
right.
moms, right?
That's right. Okay, I've got about 6.5 pounds. I tend to measure a little bit light compared to what Dr. Harnsberger measures. So
Okay.
he may actually be a little bit over 6.5 pounds at this point, but
Gained a lot of weight since
Yeah.
Monday.
Mhm.
Is that bad? Is that normal?
again, I didn't measure him Monday, so it's probably more
I think
in.
he was 5 pounds 5 ounces Monday.
Okay,
Last Monday.
yeah. So we're gonna do a little fluid calculation.
He's,
You've got
I mean,
plenty
I
of
don't know why I'm
fluid.
concerned. He's been doing this since day one. He was an IVF baby, so
growing
Dr.
like this.
Dr. Murray said that he could measure bigger being an IVF baby. His dad was a big baby, 9 pounds.
All right.
Week late, but 9 pounds.
Where's his foot? Just measure from year to year. I mean, his hiney is tight up against your ribs there.
Yes.
Okay, so your fluid level looks great.
Okay.
Go look at his belly here.
Smiling at us.
That's his liver smelling at us. Let's see. We can get a little face shot. You can see his thumb. Right here. He's got his thumb sticking out.
Huh.
There's his index finger. He's sucking.
Sucking on it.
Mhm.
Sure enough.
He's got his little sucking reflex.
Tyler is in awe.
That's wild.
Looks like he's. He's got that thumb going up beside his nose. So it may be his hand he's sucking on.
Sucking on his-
Yeah. But he looks great.